Thank you so much, Ebony, and yes, thank you, Auntie Violet, for those generous words in what is not always a generous country. We really do need to listen to people if we're going to make good decisions, and to spurn the opportunity to give Indigenous people a voice is going to harm not just Indigenous people but Australia until we find a way forward. Can we just please give Auntie Violet another round of applause? Yeah, if only that generosity of spirit was more common in Australia, I think we would solve so many of the problems that we're going to talk about today. Gee, I love Canberra too, because how good is tax? I mean, where else in the country can you put on a conference about tax and get people who'll pay to come? No, it really is exciting for someone like myself to be here today, surrounded by good folk like you, talking about something like this. I'll talk a bit later, but just very big picture. At the Australia Institute, we pride ourselves on doing research that matters. We often choose topics because they're hard, not because they're easy. And to be frank, talking about tax in Australia and saying we need more of it is not the easiest battle to pick. But when I reflect on how we've organised ourselves at the Australia Institute, the key themes that our work are organised around is about collecting more tax, it's about tackling climate change, and it's about improving accountability and democracy and transparency. And while we work on a whole range of other things, health, education, industrial relations, you name it, if you think about it, tax, climate change and how our democracy works, if we can't fix all of those things, then we won't be able to fix all those other things. Just like if we won't listen to communities about the problems that they face and the solutions that we have, we won't be able to fix them. Similarly, if we're determined to be one of the lowest tax countries in the developed world, then we can not possibly have the high quality health, education, aged care, childcare, transport systems that other countries choose to have. So we'll hear a lot today about different ways we could collect more tax, different things that we need to spend more money on, but never ever forget that being one of the lowest tax countries in the developed world is a choice. And it's a democracy. Unfortunately, just as we can spurn a simple request to give Indigenous people a voice, we can spurn a simple idea like a carbon tax. We can spurn simple ideas like collecting a lot of revenue from our fossil fuel industry. We can spend $300 billion on stage 3 tax cuts. There's nothing in the Constitution that says we should be nice. There's nothing in the Constitution that says we should make decisions that are in our long-run interests. There's nothing in the Constitution that says we need to be economically efficient. These are choices that we can make or not. So it's great to be surrounded by people that are interested in those choices, those big choices, those hard choices, and I'm really looking forward to hearing not just from the speakers today, but from you all. So on behalf of the Australia Institute, to everyone who's come today, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching, and a very special thank you to all our supporters who help keep us running. We're not funded by political parties or fossil fuel companies or government, but by people like you who know the importance of evidence-based research in shaping the critical decisions facing Australia. If you'd like to support us to continue exposing inconvenient truths, challenging vested interests, and explaining the big issues in plain English, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution today. Visit our website australiainstitute.org.au to find out more.